Alright guys, we're back at it again on today's Alien Auto Adventure. If y'all have watched the last couple videos, this is our Pot County Rescue. It's a 1995 Chevy S10 Blazer with a 4.3 liter Vortec V6. We have went through and tightened all of the rocker arms. Now we have to set the timing on it, which we will pull the #1 spark plug, get it at top dead center on the compression stroke, and then see where our rotor bug is sitting under the rotor cap. It's supposed to be pointing basically right here whenever it's at top dead center on the compression stroke on the #1 cylinder. Then after that, we are going to get our new inline fuel pump hooked up to it, and then see if we can get some gas up to the injectors and get it running. So come along with us today as we try to get this thing running. Like I told y'all in the last couple videos, this will end up being a multiple part series. This will be number 3 on the series, but number 2 as far as actually working on it. So come along with us as we get dug into it. We'll be back with y'all shortly. Alright guys, we're back. Plug's kind of dirty, but we've seen worse.
I gotta stop there.
Say right there on that counter, it should be alright. So I've already gone over one where the distributor cap is. I'll just have to get it pulled off. But it's easier to do that with this out of the way. Even though it's just a little vanity plate. we'll take our little specialty distributor tool, get the rotor cap off. Oh, now it wants to be magnetic. Yesterday this thing didn't have any magnetic to it. Now it wants to be magnetic and pull the screws out when I pull it out.
Like he's here.
Alright guys, our local dumbass is here, so we'll be right back. I'm gonna take a short break and put spider injectors on his Blazer. I'm sure y'all don't want to see that because I've already done a couple videos on that, so if y'all want to check that out, go look up the spider ejector replacement on 2001 Chevy S10. Same thing, same kind of motor, so we'll be back. Alright guys, we got the number one spark plug out. We stuck the finger tester in the number one hole, waited for it to get compression. On the number one cylinder, it's at top dead center, and that is 180 degrees out. The little blue thing's supposed to be facing the opposite way of what it is right now. So we're going to go ahead and get that pulled up and get it flipped around 180 degrees and get it seated back in and bolted back down and get it all put back together and see if we can get this thing to start up. And see, what I like about the magnet is, even though that's not magnetic, that's still heavy enough to hold it right there. Which, that was one of my main issues with the other one, was the camera was heavier than the mount. It's the other end. You got to use the
half inch?
No, it's the other end.
Oh, it's the 9/16?
Yeah. That's why I was saying it's a good thing it came with both, because of it being the bigger one.
Oh, my bad. I wonder what's going on.
And you're lucky you're doing it without the rotor cap on it. I was doing it with it on it yesterday.
Oh, I still can't hit that damn thing.
It's in a weird spot. It's closer to the front.
Oh, no wonder. I'm trying to get it somewhere where it's not.
Yep, right about there.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Does it have to come all the way out?
No, it's just got to lift up probably about that far.
I'm talking about this bolt.
Oh, no, no. That's what I'm saying. Once you get it loose, that collar slides back. That one's a different style than the other one. Now guys, since I have a old distributor, I can show y'all what I'm talking about. The one that's in there now was pointing this direction.
I got it loose for you.
And whenever you have it at top dead center, the rotor bug is supposed to be pointing right here at the 6. This will set in just like this in the vehicle. As you can see, here's the control module. That's what's on the back of it with the wiring plug right there. So it would set in just like this. And then once you get it to top dead center and you have the rotor bug set properly, it should be pointing at that mark right there. And then while we're waiting on Jacob to come back, we will walk over here for a second. This is a updated version of the Vortec V6. Same idea, but on this one I'm going to be pulling the air plellum so that way I can replace the spider injectors in this for him. Like I said, if you guys want to see that being done, I've already done a video on it. Go back and check it out. It was early last year. It was one of the first videos that we did. So if y'all want to see how to replace the spider injectors in a Vortec V6, go check that video out. And remember to like it. Comment on it if you want to. We really enjoy the comments and everything from everyone. So if you like our videos, comment down below. We'll be getting back on this shortly, but we're going to take a quick break real quick because my battery is about to die. Alright guys, now we're going to take and lift this up out, spin that around. And drop it back down in. Now it's sitting where it needs to be. Now we just got to put everything back together, and then this thing should fire up, guys. It was 180 degrees out on the timing, which if you ever go to reset your timing and it starts backfiring on you, make sure to get your #1 cylinder on the compression stroke top dead center. And then, like I showed y'all on the other distributor, make sure it's pointing where it's supposed to. This one doesn't have the mark on it, but we know where it's supposed to be setting. It was 180 degrees out, and your oil pump shaft in there, it only indexes a certain way. So whenever you go to drop it back down in, if you don't have it on the right tooth, it won't set back down in all the way. So make sure y'all get it indexed with that shaft so that it turns your oil pump, or else your motor's screwed and it won't go down in all the way. So we've got that setting down in all the way where it's supposed to be. So now we just have to get the little bracket put back on it, get the bolt back in it and tighten down, and then start getting everything put back together. We're gonna take a short break real quick, guys, and then we'll be back with y'all shortly. Alright guys, we're back. We got our distributor cap set in place. We're gonna get it bolted down and then get everything put back together so that way we can see if this thing will fire off.
Where's my spark plug wire that goes back over here? That's this one.
Okay, so this is the very back one.
Yes.
Sorry guys, didn't mean to knock you out.
That's the middle one.
Number 3.
Yes. This is number 1.
And guys, when you're doing your plug wires, remember the way they go on the distributor is number 3 is at the front and number 1 goes in the middle.
I'll type that back down in a minute. What's that?
I have no clue.
We'll find out in a minute. Probably more dart daubers. Two.
And last but not least,
Coil.
coil wire goes on the very back. Alright, then all we got to do is get the coil bolted back down and then find out if it'll fire off.
Nice brisk morning here.
Right, it was a nice 32 degrees when we started.
Yeah. Ice has finally melted off the windshield.
Alright guys, now we can see if this thing will fire off of a little bit of starting fluid. And then we can move to our temporary fuel system.
Little much, little much.
It self-identifies as a dragon. Oh, we got spark.
I think it's gonna run. Let's try this again. I won't spray so much this time. I won't overfeed the dragon. We can move on to the fuel system.
Alright guys, now that this thing self-identifies as a dragon, we can start getting the fuel system hooked up so that we can get this thing properly running. At least now we know it's going to bust off, which proves our theory of it was 180 degrees out, which we knew that from checking top dead center and resetting it to where it was supposed to set. But now that we know it's going to run, we can actually dive in and start getting some other stuff set up. As soon as we get a couple things figured out and lined out, we'll be back with you guys shortly. Alright guys, we're back. We're getting our little redneck fuel system set up. He's under there getting stuff hooked up, plumbed in. And then we will have the black line's going to be the return hose going in, and the red one's going to be the suction hose going out. And once we get that all plumbed together and get the hoses in the gas can, then we'll be back with you shortly so that way we can see if this thing fires up and runs. Yep. Pump's only kicking on for a second. I'll have to prime it.
I can hear it up here now.
Yeah, it's only coming on while the relay's on. where they're gonna have to run a hot wire back or switch that over to the purple.
Well, let's try that.
Alright guys, we're gonna have to hook the wire up just a little bit different. Oh, and we're leaking. Hose clamp not tight enough.
That barb up a little bit.
Oh.
So give me a 5/8 and that 11/16.
Alright, we're almost there, guys.
Okay, 11/16 is a little small.
Wasn't it the 18?
And that barb is a 9/16.
Okay, well here's a 9/16 and a 3/4.
Give me a crescent wrench. There's one in my drawer.
That's why I was saying the 18, because the 18's the in between.
Ah, so then that'll work. Yeah, 18 doesn't work either.
Too big?
Give me a crescent wrench. It's too small. And then I need those wires.
Are you sure they're not still down there?
The red-handed wire strippers are on that square thing.
Oh, wire strippers. My bad.
Oh, yeah, I hope that's tight, huh?
What, did the fuel line come off?
Well, I just had the barb in there hand tight.
Oh.
Yeah, it probably makes sense now.
Okay, now before you do, once you get that tight, let me know. Before you unhook any
I
wires.
already unhooked them.
Oh. Alright guys, we'll be back in just a minute. Alright guys, this thing has fought us every step of the way. I just wanted to come back on here and let y'all know that we're not giving up just yet. Check out next week's video if y'all want to see this thing up and running. It's not completely back together yet, but we're going to get it there. We're going to make it at least run for y'all momentarily. And just remember guys, it ain't stupid if it works. You can do anything you put your mind to. And my mind is put to we're making this thing work. Have a good one. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and check out our second channel at Alien Auto Adventures 2. And stay tuned for the next video guys. It'll be out next week. We post everything on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. So please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that thumbs up, and we'll catch y'all on the next one guys. Have a good one.